A very pleasant good morning to everybody. Myself Menaka and my WAM number is 1041. My major is finance, so I done a project in finance only, and my topic is a study on lending loans and advances, position of various advances at the Tnsc Bank Limited. My external guide Mrs. Sindhama Shelvi, she is a manager for the Perambur branch, and my internal guide Mr. Dhanapal sir, he is assistant professor for the Department of Management Studies in Veltech College. And now we're going to see the introduction on my topic. First is the meaning for the term loan refers to the amount borrowed by one person from another. Loan may be regarded as credit granted, where the money is disbursed and its recovery is made on a later date. It is a debit for the borrower, while granting loans, credit is given for a definite purpose and for a predetermined period. Interest is charged on the loan at a agreed rate and intervals of payments. And now we're going to see the meaning for the advances. On the other hand, it is a credit facility granted by the bank. This is a credit facility repayable in installments over a period. Is termed as loan, while a credit facility repayable within 1 year may be known as advances. And now we're going to see the industry profile. Banking in India. Banking in India in the modern sense originated in the last decades of the 18th century. The first banks were Bank of Hindustan. It was started in 1770 to 1829, and the General Bank of India established in 1786. The government has developed initiatives to address this through the State Bank of India expanding its branch network and through the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development with things like microfinance. Banks are the financial backbone of any country's economy. Without a sound banking system, a country cannot have a healthy economy. The differences between the terms that at which it borrows and which it lends from the sources of profit, thus bank being a profit-earning institute. And now we're going to see the company profile. Apex Bank. The Tamil Nadu State Apex Cooperative Bank is the leader of the short-term cooperative credit structure in Tamil Nadu. This bank was the 18th cooperative credit society to be registered in the Madras Presidency as Madras Central Urban Bank, and this was the first central cooperative bank established in India, commencing its business on 26th November 2005. Introduction of Tnsc banks. The Tamil Nadu State Apex Cooperative Bank Limited was registered on 23rd November 1905 and started functioning on 26th November 1905. The bank has completed 106 years and entered into the 107th year of useful services to the farmers and weavers of Tamil Nadu by expanding the required credit through the various cooperative institutions like the District Central Cooperative Banks, Primary Agriculture Cooperative Banks, and Primary Weavers Cooperative Societies. The bank was included in the second schedule of RBI in July 1966 and licensed in August 1972. And now we're going to see the review of literature. Mr. Gupta in 1969 and Mr. Abhibakar in same year observed that the use of funds from banks by the private corporate sector had excess its inventory formation. Mr. Gupta has argued that a small position of such finance should have gone to meet fixed investment. Further, he found the growth rate of physical assets to be more directly and closely related to security issues than bank credit. Hence, he argued that the fast-growing firms relied heavily on security issues than the use of bank credit. Mr. Abhibakar found that the rate of rise in bank credit exceeds that of inventory sales and output. Further, he observed that its dependence on banks for working capital had increased, accompanied by a decline in relevance on other financial institutions. And now we're going to see the objective of this study. In primary objective, a study on lending loans and advances, position of various advances by Tamil Nadu State Cooperative Apex Bank. In secondary objective, first thing is to analyze the loan and advances outstanding of Tnsc Bank in the period 2009 to 2013. Second thing is to identify relationship between the loans issued and deposits or provided by the bank. Third thing is to access the different interest rate on the different loan schemes provided by the bank. Fourth thing is to understand the terms and conditions of various loan schemes provided. And now we're going to see the need for this study. First thing is to identify the role of the Tnsc bank is providing assistance to the borrower. Second thing is learn and advances to the weaker section farmers or Sinkaran how to improve the priority sector lending. Third thing is to suggest strategies for improving return on investment towards the profitability of the bank through term loan. And now we're going to see the scope of this study. First thing is the study is mainly concentrated on the lending practices pattern and influence in the organization performance. Second thing is this project is mainly concerned with the lending practices in the nationalized bank of issuing various securities. Third, the study enables the bank to know its current position in terms of loans and advances. Fourth thing is the study helps in ascertaining people's response on bank lending. And now we're going to see the limitation for this study. First thing, confined to one financial institution, therefore Tnsc Bank Limited. And second thing is an account of time constraint whole spectrum of long-term lending practices was not possible. Third is inaccurate and inadequate information might have resulted to wrong interpretation. And fourth is only a very few number of respondents were interviewed to get the information. And fifth is accounting information is another constraint. And now we're going to see the research methodology. Research can be defined as a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. Therefore, research could be understood as an organized activity with a specific objectives on a problem or issue supported by completion of related data and facts, involving application of relevant tools of analysis and deriving logically on originality. Research design. Research design is the arrangement of conditions for collection and analysis of data in manner that aims to combine relevance to the research purpose with the economic and procedure. Research design is important primarily because of the increased complexity in the market as well as the marketing approaches available to the researchers. A research design specifies the methods and procedures for conducting a particular study. And now we're going to see the type of research, analytical research. And this type of research has to use facts or information already available and analyzes these to make a critical evaluation of the material. The researcher depends on existing data for his research work. The analysis involves around the material collected or available. Sources of data. Secondary data. In secondary data refers to the information or facts are already collected. Such data are collected with the objective of understanding the past status of any variable or the data collected and reported by some sources is accessed and used for the objective of a study. Normally in research, the scholars collect published data, journals, annual reports and websites. And tools used for analysis. First thing is time series analysis. Second is correlation coefficient analysis. And third is analysis of the interest rate for each loan. And now we're going to see the findings. First finding is it has found that the advances outstanding followed by a sharp decline. In the year 2012 value is 37,853 and in the year 2013 value is 56,783 due to drop that relevant in the state and it has increasing level. Advances outstanding has more scope for doubling the advances. Second is from the interest rate for loan schemes like computers, salaried employees, home needs, advances against life insurance policies, women entrepreneur development schemes, educational, building, mortgage, pensioners are considered as 14% is maintained properly, except for housing loan as 11% and for agriculture loan as cheaper 3% only. The jewel loan for in general has 14% and 365 days has 13.5% and for permanent overdraft has 14.5%. Physically challenged person loan for current year up to rupees 50,000 or 5%, above rupees 50,000 and up to rupees 5 lakhs or 6%, and for above 5 lakhs or 8%. It has the current year rate of interest or perfectly to the each loan. And now we're going to see the third findings from the coefficient of correlation loans issued and deposits and their results obtained is positive and the value is 3.8 indicated that there exists a high relationship between these two variables. And fourth is the advances rate should not be reduced without the sanction of the government, who will not sanction such reduction. If it is likely to affect prejudicially the preference shareholders, the sum of rupees 25,000 then standing to the credit of the loans should be received for the exclusive benefit of the preference shareholders to be drawn upon. Should the annual profits be insufficient to pay in full dividend at 9%. First is new ordinary loans be created. Such loans to be issued at par to cooperative societies only. The maximum of the ordinary loan then created was fixed at rupees 4 lakhs. The advances held by individuals on that date should at rupees 2 lakhs. And now we're going to see the suggestions. First suggestion is the loan and advances outstanding is improving as more scope for doubling the advances. So the bank wants to keep an eye on the advances outstanding. The bank has been suggested to reduce the expenditure as it increases every year. Decreases in expenses will increases the profitability. And second thing is by overviewing the coefficient of correlation loans issued and deposits and their results obtained, it's positive. It is clear that the bank wants to utilize its loan issued and deposits efficiently. That is, the excess advances outstanding should be adjusted. Third is in the rate of interest for each loan schemes are satisfactory only, and the loans should be received for the exclusive benefit of the preference shareholders to be drawn upon. Should the annual profits be insufficient to pay in a full dividend at 9% for the Tnsc bank, so it has maintained properly. And fourth is and the conditions and terms are benefited through the each loan schemes. And now we're going to see the conclusion. In the study of loan and advances of Tamil Nadu State Apex Cooperative Bank, it is clear that the bank's loan and advances is satisfactory. The bank has a stable growth and it shows a greater efficiency in all the areas it works. If the bank utilizes its loan issued and deposits, then the bank can go highest position which it wanted to achieve. The comparative statement shows increase in the current year of net profit and it depicts the bank current profit position, and they are also considered interest rate for each loan is satisfied. To improve the efficiency, the bank will strive for better performance and increase the market share of the bank. And for the correlation of a coefficient and the time analysis are effectively maintained by the government. The suggestions provided through the study will help the bank to improve the operational performance of loan and advances efficiently. The suggestions provided through the study will help the bank to improve the operational of loan and advances performance effectively. Thank you.